Hi, I'm Tara Lewis, and I'm a graduate of the Department of Art and Art History at UNH, class of 1992. I am currently a professional painter and also a professor of art at Phillips Exeter Academy, where I have been teaching for 22 years. When I was a student at UNH, I worked at the Museum of Art for 4 years and the summers. I rolled paint on the walls, I sat at the desk, I sold catalogs, I lived with art around me for hours at a time. The Museum of Art job was so incredibly formative, and at the time it might have been a way to make money to pay for supplies and pay my tuition, but looking back, it was probably the most formative part of my days and nights and years at the Paul Creative Arts Center. I learned about the professional practice of being part of an exhibition, how do you set them up, meeting artists, looking at art catalogs. I now am obsessed with art books. I learned a lot about making art, but also what other artists make and why they make it. The work that I make now doesn't look anything like what I made at UNH, but I gained incredible foundation skills, the confidence to move forward knowing I had those skills. Art is a language. I learned how to use that language. I can record what I see, but then what story do you want to tell and what story did I want to tell? And now my paintings are narrative portraits that I think convey interesting messages that reflect on current culture and social issues and personhood. And I feel like the Museum of Art is an incredible resource for students and shows you professional shows, not only professional shows, but works by graduating students. And there's an incredible, for lack of better terms, vault of artworks in the permanent collection that are also a resource for students, whether you're an art student, whether you are in the classics department, if you're an English student, if you want to be a writer someday. Art tells stories. And I think it's an incredible resource for any student in any department studying any subject to dive into what the museum has to offer. People should donate to the museum during the 603 Challenge to keep the museum vibrant, growing, evolving, and continuing to be the great resource that it was for me as a student at UNH. I can't imagine my life without the museum as part of it, especially during those formative years. And working in the museum and taking art classes and meeting people from other departments. And it's just an incredible resource, and it really needs the support to keep going.